Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be an anti-makeup haul. This is my second anti-makeup haul. This is a makeup roast. I'm going in because I am to the point where I just don't get excited about makeup anymore. Everybody's just kind of copycatting off of each other and we're gonna roast them for it. If you didn't watch my first anti-makeup haul, I will put it at the end of this one. You guys were awesome sports, so I do thank you for all the support and all the positive feedback on that one. So usually I say, please don't take offense to anything I say. I'm trying to get to a confidence level of just being shameless and unapologetic for having an opinion. I'm not going to apologize anymore for having an opinion. Everyone's different. Everyone has their own opinions, their own personal preferences. A lot of this is personal preference, so I'm not gonna apologize because I may not like something that you do. Okay, let's talk about another YouTuber who feels the need to come out with their own makeup line. So Laura Lee is coming out with her own makeup brand, and the first product to be released is an eyeshadow palette. First of all, I used to really like Laura Lee. I used to really enjoy her videos. I believe I discovered her maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Ever since she became bigger and started hanging out with her squad, I see her in a different light now. Yeah, this is gonna be $40. I've seen a lot of people be very salty about that price. It's kind of like the gold standard now. I feel like, you know, high-end palettes are between $40 and $50. Like, that's what we're used to on the high-end spectrum. But I understand, like, if you started out at such a low price, like say $20, and later on you wanted to, you know, raise it up and increase your prices a little bit, then people would be extremely salty and would probably not be very accepting of the price raise. So I kind of understand that she's trying to build her brand to be more high-end, even though we have no idea what kind of quality this is going to be. I feel like $40, you know, you're getting up there with Too Faced and Anastasia and all those brands who have been in the game longer. They've, you know, worked on their quality, their formula, you know, they've done this before. They know what they're doing. And I feel like she's just kind of jumping the gun a little bit. But let's talk about the shades. The shades are so basic. I've heard a lot of people say, well, she's been working on this for 2 or 3 years, so these shades were already picked out before, you know, this trend. Has it really taken her that long to come up with one palette? I don't know, it just seems awful coincidental that now that these shades are trending, she's coming out with her palette. Every single palette, especially recently, looks like this. And let's just talk a little bit about the packaging. I'm not usually big on packaging. I don't really care too much. I look for what's inside, but it's not cohesive at all. The outside is very glittery, it's very sparkly and, you know, glamorous and glitzy. The inside is like floral. What? And then the name is called Cat's Pajamas, and each shade name is completely irrelevant. I will not be picking this up. The next thing is something that we talked about in our last anti-makeup haul / makeup roast, and that is Natasha Denona palettes, but in particular the Lila palette right over here. I'm gonna say what I said in my last one. Who is Natasha Denona? I don't care if she's famous in Croatia or Israel or wherever. I don't care if she's like a world-renowned makeup artist. We did not know of her. $130 for a purple and pink palette. Everyone talks about how high quality they are and how pigmented they are and easily to blend out and work with and blah 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 blah. But who in their right mind needs such a high quality eyeshadow palette for an everyday basis? Like, to go to work, to go to the store, to go put gas in your car. Like, why do you need such an extremely high quality, expensive palette? It's kind of like buying name brand clothes. Chances are that you would probably rarely ever get asked what you're wearing. It's the same thing with makeup. It's like the tag is not showing, and I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna get tired of it. You're gonna get bored with it, and it's gonna be tossed to the side. Is it really worth it to you? It's not worth it to me. I think it's ridiculous. That brings me to the next thing that I think is a little bit like, the Huda Beauty palettes, especially the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk eyeshadow palette. Here's what it looks like. It's $65. The shades are very pretty. They're very warm. There are some purple tones, some reddish tones, bronzy, orangey, warm shades. I will say you get more shades in this one than you do in the Natasha Denona palette. You get 18 shades in this one, whereas the other one was 15, and there's a very big price gap. But come on, like, again, they may be super good. I've heard kind of like mixed reviews on this one though. I just don't understand where she gets off pricing this so high, because I mean, she's just a YouTuber, she's just an Instagrammer, a blogger. I mean, let's get real. The next thing I have is something that is not very new anymore. It's new-ish, but I just haven't made an anti-makeup haul in a while. So if I'd made it like a month or 2 ago, this would have been more appropriate. But the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, it's so monochromatic. There's one look you can get out of this, and it's warm. The shimmery shades, they look just like the matte shades. They look like a shimmery version of the matte shades. So you're not gonna get any kind of contrast on your eyes. It's $54 and you get 12 shades. I feel like if they had done this maybe like a year ago, if they had started the trend, like the warm eyeshadow trend, I think this would have been, you know, an appropriate palette. I do feel like they need some versatility because I feel like the Naked 1, the Naked 2, and the Naked 3, like they're all mostly cool tones really. Okay, next up is one that gets me real salty. Victoria Beckham is collabing, I don't really know for how long, with Estee Lauder, and this stuff is hella expensive. Listen to these prices. Skin Perfecting Powder, $85. A 4-quad eyeshadow palette, $75. 1 pan of eyeshadow, $45. Eye Matte Duo, 2 shades, $60. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, but I kind of am at the same time. I don't understand why she's such a fashion icon and people look up to her so much. Pixie Woo just did an interview with her and the thumbnail has made me laugh so much. But she can't even smile for a picture. She's like she's struggling to grin. I'm not into Victoria Beckham, I'm not into Estee Lauder. These products look stupid. The next thing on my roast list is the Kat Von D Saint and Center eyeshadow palette. This is $62, inspired by vibrant stained glass windows of Gothic cathedrals. So this palette is just kind of all over the place. Like I feel like Kat Von D needs to branch out a little bit. Like I feel like she does have a very specific audience. She kind of appeals to people that kind of like more of like the rocker chic look, that are, you know, more vibrant colors. But I mean, to me, this is just 24 shades that are all over the place. There's no cohesiveness. All right, so the next few things I have are some products from Fenty Beauty. Now, I just now did a video over a few products that I tried out and reviewed and stuff. Overall, I thought they were pretty overrated, overhyped. The shade selection and the foundations is incredible, but all in all, the foundations just don't appeal to everybody. Like she's trying to be inclusive with the shades, but not inclusive with the formula. So the first thing that I'm not picking up from Fenty Beauty is the lip gloss. So this is the Universal Lip Gloss. This is just basically a clear lip gloss with a little bit of glitter and a slight tint to it. This is supposed to work for all skin tones, and from what I've seen, it does, but that's because it's basically a clear lip gloss. The next things I'm not gonna try from Fenty Beauty are the match sticks and the highlighter shades. To me, just highlighter sticks in general are useless and unnecessary because you can do the exact same thing with concealers if you can find your shades. So the next product from Fenty Beauty that I'm not gonna be buying is the new eyeshadow palette that's coming out for the holiday collection. I don't even know if there's mattes in here. It looks like everything's shimmer. This looks all over the place. But Trend Mood shared a picture of a new Tartlet palette that's coming out. It's called the Tartlet Toasted Palette. Look at this. This is so basic. Like there is nothing special about this. It's a really pretty palette. Like the shades are beautiful. But again, I feel like you can find these shades a lot more affordably in like Morphe palettes or even like Kara Cosmetics palettes, which are from Kate House. I will do more videos on those coming very, very soon. I'm very excited about those. So there's so many better options, and this is just so been there, done that, like pretty much everything else. So I feel kind of bad that this is over because I feel like there's so much more out there that I need to roast. But we will save it for another anti-makeup haul. So make sure if you enjoy anti-makeup hauls, you give this video a big old thumbs up and also drop me a comment. So yeah, this was fun. I like roasting makeup. I like talking about things in a negative manner because you know what? It's not all peaches and cream. It's not all rainbows and unicorns.